Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. Today we are going to deep dive into cookies, and we are going to learn how to send cookies with the request, with the response. We are also going to learn how to pass the cookies from the request from the request, and all this we are going to see or visualize using Postman. I'm not going to use browser for that. We are just going to visualize all this in the Postman, and let's deep dive into this. Let's see how it go. Let's start with my entry file. So we are in a Express project. So these are just a boilerplate. I think you guys must be familiar with that. And one function, one route which I'm particularly going to focus is use user route. So okay. So we are going to go into this, and let me see users, and okay, let me just change a little bit. Auth. So I'm going to write a auth here, and let me go into here, and we have a create guest session, something like that. And this one, okay, let me just show you some schema here. Let's see, schema. Okay, so this is the schema of my guest session. So I'm creating a guest session which is going to give a person, a guest user, a 5 number of times to call a particular function. So I'm storing that value in my database, and all we are going to do here, we are going to store the guest session. Yeah, so for example, we need IP address and user agent as well. So we are going to store that, and we are going to create an access token at the end of a day and send that token without cookies. Okay, so this is how we are going to learn about how to send cookies. So let me just go back a little bit, and let me just okay, so we are already here. So let me write this function. So what do I need first? I need IP address. So constant dot IP address address equal to request dot IP, something like that. I think this should works. Okay, there is one possibility that it might be a reverse proxy attached with it. So I'm going to also resolve the reserved proxies. So let me go here, and I think I need to add something like app.set proxy, if I remember correctly. Okay, I don't. Let me actually chat. How did I? Mm, no, not that one. Okay, here we are. So we can do like, yeah, this one. I need this thing here actually. So let me just paste it here. Okay. So if there is a proxy in the API request, so I'm going to trust into that, and I just want a IP somehow. So let me go back a little bit, and we are here. Now we need a user agent, and we all know where it is stored. User agent is going to be request dot headers header dot user agent. Yeah, that's one. Okay, okay, so if we are not able to find it, how should I do this? Okay, so I think no, I'm going to store that user agent. Now we also need some kind of a session ID. Like if you see my schema, see a schema, we need a session token. I need to create a session token here. And another thing is, I think I can also get type of this thing. So I think, let me just create first of all constant guest. Yes, the guest equal to, if I get create est guest session SESSI session create, something like create input. Yeah, this one. Okay, so what do we have? IP address, we already have IP address, and user agent. Yeah, we have user agent. User agent. Okay, what are things are left with? uh, so there is a problem. Okay, let me just add this one. Let's see if what will happen. Okay, so it is saying that we have a issue of undefined. Okay, now we are missing with a session token. We need session token. Okay, so to create a session token, I think I'm going to use UUID for that. Okay, let's see. We are going to go here and let me see if my video is running. Yeah, it's running. UUID. Yes, this one I think I need. Yeah, let me copy this one and go here and paste it. Okay, the paste. Yes, we are done with this, and let me import my let me so first of all save all this and run my neovim again. And okay, let's go back. Yes, now we need id. So for that I'm going to use unique id, something like that. I don't know, the spelling might be wrong. UNIKQU unique. Okay, I don't know, spelling might be the wrong. So we are going to use UUID. Okay, let me just import first of all. Import. Okay, this, let me see how they used to import it. Import v4. Okay, u4 as v4 as uu. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so I'm going to just import u4. Okay, it's not showing up in my LSP. UUID, sorry. UUID, ID v4. V4 not showing up in my IP, which is bad. And we are going to write v4 as UUID, UUID v4 from I think this is going to show up. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so everything looks fine, and we are going to create a UUID. So this is going to give us some kind of a, I think this is how it's supposed to work. This is going to give us a random ID which we are going to store into our database. Okay, so right. Okay, so there is an issue, and we are going to write unique ID here, and done with this. So we are done with this, and I just need to store it. So we are going to write response and equal to await dot prisma dot u guest session dot create, something like that, and write data. And so we are going to push guest here. So everything looks fine, and okay, everything looks correct. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a JSON access token to put that into our session, our cookies. Okay, so first of all we need to create a cookie. First of all we need to create a access token. Okay, so to do that we are going to use JWT web token. So I'm going to install that. Okay, let me see. JWT web token, okay, something like that. Web token. I don't know why it is not showing up. JWT. Come on, show me. Not this one, not this thing. JWT decode, which is not good. JWTX web token. Okay, I don't know why it is not showing up here. I'm going to search it on my internet and yeah, JSON web tokens. So this is what we need actually. Go back a little bit and store it here, and we are going to go out in code and let me import my JWT. Import JWT from JSON web token. Okay, I think this is how it's supposed to work. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to work. Okay, so we have everything. Now we just need to create an access token. Okay, so we am going to write it CEDOS access token. I'm going to write JWT.sign. We need a payload of some kind, so I'm going to store user ID, which is going to be response.id. Okay, and we are also going to store some kind of a session, so I'm going to write session token session ID. Okay, so this is going to be response.session token. Yeah, I should have written session ID, which is much better. So I think which is much better idea. C double S session session. Okay, sorry, section schema, and I think I should write to ID. ID is much better, isn't it? ID and session ID, something like that. Yeah, this one is much better because we are not storing a token of any kind. We are just storing the ID, which is provided by our new library called UUID. So I think this one is much better to handle it. Okay, let me just generate a one last time. Go back and try to run this again. What is that? Migration, we need to run this, and I'm going to say yes. Update on session token to session ID. Okay, so we are done with this, and let me just generate all types of it. Yes, we have it. Okay, why did it stop working? New Vim, I don't know, where am I? Yes, so my session should be working. Sorry, my types are working. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. Okay, what happened? Add executive Lua. There is some kind of issue. Control and run this again, and so I'm not able to open controller here. I don't know why. Okay, let's do here. Let me delete this, and let me delete this one as well, and we are going to write ID here. Okay, done with this. Next we are going to write user type, something like type equal to guest, because this token is mostly going to be for the guest user, so this one is okay. Now we need to write out how many for our secret key. Okay, so let me add my secret key in my environment. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Let's add this here, and we have a secret. Okay, so we are going to write process dot env dot something like that, and I need another variable here. So expiry, something like expiry in 15 minutes or 1 hours. 1 hours is a better one. Okay, need to make sure I import my .env.config, which will make sure my env file are processed correctly. And let me see what is the error. Okay, so express is declared but never use. Okay, and import and declaration and use, good. Request and response, everything looks fine. Requested, but okay, we are going to use that. Let me see another error. Anything else? So no overload match call overflow payload. uh, well, this problem I got the last time, which was, I think I resolved this by using this way. No. Okay, I think I'm going to write. Okay, let me see if I check it first of all, which is a better way to handle it. So constant secret equal to process dot env dot secret secret. Okay, capital it. If no secret is find secret, I'm going to just throw the error. Okay, throw new error secret not accessible, pl accessible, something like that. Okay, so we are done with this, and I'm still getting there. So can you give us, okay, no overload match the fork this call overload. Mm -hmm. Okay, I'm not able to understand what they are trying to say, and let me just remove this one, and let me just secret. Okay, so now this one looks fine. So we have access token now. Now I just need to create send my cookies. So where I'm going to store, so as a response I need to send the cookies now. So I'm going to write cookies, and we need to write access token. So this is going to be the key, access token and the value of access token and other fields which I need to provide. So I need to make sure that it's HTTP only, true, and there should be also another variable supposed to be secure is equal to so there is one logic here we need to put. So just for the testing part I need to just remove this one, and max age I'm going to write like for 15 minutes. So here our token is for 1 hour, isn't it? So I'm going to write 60 into 60, I think 60 minutes, 60 minutes into 60 second, 60 second into 1000. This is going to be our, okay. Another thing I need to make, same site is equal to lax, something like relax it, and another thing I think expire, no sign, no secure. Okay, secure should be true. So I'm going to write like square should be like process dot env dot if it is in a production form. So node 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 equal to production t and production. I'm going to make sure this happen. This should be checked first of all. So I need to need to make sure the cookies are secure when we are in a production, okay? But in a development environment, we are just checking it, isn't it? So I'm not going to be putting. So I'm going to write here development. Development. Okay, let's go back and done with this. Another cookie. You can send multiple cookies if you want in your response. So for example, I'm going to write another cookies. Okay, so everything is going to be same. Only part which I'm concerned about is this one. I'm going to write types token. Okay, type token. So what we are going to do is this type token. I'm going to write like guest here, guest, so small guest. Okay, everything is same, everything. Okay, so next we are going to response, which is actual response. I'm going to write 200 for that, and JSON I'm going to write like success of kind of thing, something like success success is true, and message I'm going to write guest is created. Okay, so this looks much better. Okay, one thing I really care about is putting all of these things in my try and catch part. Try to get if anything happen. Okay, okay, okay. So catch error. If anything error happen, we are going to push. Oh, come on. I'm not able to copy it. Come on. I just need to move this one a little bit. Okay, this one is correct. Okay, so if we receive any kind of error, I'm going to write response that send 401, something like that, 401, and JSON 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 success is going to be okay. So let's just copy this one and paste here. Come on. Okay, success is false, and guess not able to create, or I can say like error. Error is error, and message should be not created. Guest guest not created. Okay, so done with this. I think this looks good, and the problem I find is my pretty is not working properly, which I hate, but let's see if it's work. Okay, we are going to go here, and first of all I need to run this. Yes, so this is running, and let me go in my server and just copy the path and go into Postman. So where is my Postman? Here it is. Okay, and now another one I need to make. I need to copy this one and go into Postman and paste it. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, there is one thing I needed to make sure. So make sure that it says post, because whenever we are requesting for login, and so the post method is better than get method. Okay, let me start it again. First of all, and let me try to send the request. Okay, so we got some kind of error. So error is saying that cannot get API HT. Okay, so why is this the issue? API auth guest login. It's not able to access it. Why is that? Okay, 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 okay. True proxy is, so the port is running fine. Okay, let's see if my request is coming or not. Yes, it is coming. Get API that cost login guest. Mm, what is this issue? What is the issue? What is the issue? What is the issue? Get, cannot get. Okay, let me see if I can at least call this function or not. Just to go. Let me delete this one and request dot response. If I can respond dot send hello. If this gonna work, let me just check this first of all. If I'm hitting the correct endpoint. Okay, so this one is also not working. That means there is a mistake somewhere. Okay, sorry, guys. My method should be corrected. Yeah. So the mistake was in a method. Okay, so we got the 200 and what? Why do I get the 200? So we got the cookies, all of our cookies now is here. We got the access token, locals, and true HTTP only. Is secure is false, and token is type token. User type, I should have written a user type here. I don't know why did I write type token. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I should have written user type. As here user type, and this one is much better. And anything else? Okay, so everything is correct. Send 200 and I don't get it. Why I'm receiving in my body a 200 value. Okay, let me try again. So I've corrected all this, isn't it? And I'm going to stop this one. Also, I need to make sure I delete the user from so guest user from my database. To do that, I need to connect with my Postgres DT and select everything from guest session and session from guest from guest session. Okay, let me delete this one. Is it okay? Delete it. Delete from guest session where. Okay, so I can just delete everything. Okay, done with this. Okay, let me try to create a new one. Okay, what is the issue? Oh, sorry, this wasn't running. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so the response is correct, and we got the cookies as well. This time, which is weird, I got the cookies 2 times. I think this is the previous one. Yes. Expiry is the difference between the time is going to give me the detail. So 48 and 45. So this token should be updated. Okay, so the one thing we also learned here, that access token is getting updated. So if the key value you send if you try to send the same token again, it's going to replace the previous token because the key is same. Okay, so if the key is same, then it's gonna change it's gonna update that token. The simple idea. Now we have done the part where we have to deal with the process where we send the cookies. Now we want to deal with the how to pass the cookies. To pass the cookies from the header, we need to have a new library, new install the library which is going to handle the parsing part. Okay, so the library should actually pass the header and pass the cookies and put that cookie in our request. Okay, in our request. Yes. So to do that, we have some kind of a cookie parser, I think. CWKIE is parser, cookie parser, PARSER parser. Yeah, this one. So you can see we have a cookie parser, and okay, this is a mistake. Let me just cookies. Yes, cookies parser in Express.js. How to do this? So we need to install the cookie parser, and then we just need to add that in a middleware here. Okay, so it's gonna parsing the cookies. Okay, so what we are going to do, I'm going to write a new function which is going to be a kind of a auth function, a middleware function. So it's gonna check whether the coming request contain our access token or not. And one thing, I'm not going to verify it right now. Okay, let's do the verification as well. So okay, so I'm going to write middleware. Let me create a directory. Okay, let me check the spelling of middleware. Yeah, so sometime you don't remember the spelling of things. Okay, so we are done, and let me add auth.ts. Okay, so what do I need here? First of all, I need to write a function which is gonna acts like auth middleware, something like that. So I have a function auth id middleware, and this function is mostly going to contain a LARA request response and next. Okay, so what do I need? First of all, I need to check if it's gonna okay, let me create a new endpoint where I'm going to check this middleware. Okay, so also need to export it a little bit. Export export. Okay, port export. Okay, and just write next. Okay, and let me see if I can console a little bit. Console request cookies, and request dot cookies. So I think this is how we supposed to Okay, so where are you? Cookie parser, yeah. So cookie parser, here we have, and nothing. This is how we're supposed to get the value out of it. Okay, so okay, let me do this uh, uh, after I install the cookie parser. Let me stop my terminal and going to install it. Yes, install the cookie parser. Okay, let me go my entry page. So here we are going to import KIE parser from cookie parser. Yes, and we need to attach a middleware. So app.use cookie parser. Okay, so I think this is how it's supposed to be written. Yes, so done with this. Okay, so let me create a new API just to check it. So I'm going to write app use, not here actually. Okay, dot how should I do this? Get cookies check. So okay, so this now name looks correct. So this is only going to check it. Okay, so let me also import the middleware if possible. Import auth middleware. Yes, and I'm going to write auth middleware, and we are also going to request and response. I think I can also print here as well. Let's console.log or log access token. Let me make sure it's underscore and request dot cookies. Okay, so what kind of function I can use on these cookies? So there is not a lot of function. Let me check a little bit. Cookies. Okay, so I don't know how should I do this. Middleware, let me go here, and we can also write middleware here. So if I can like auth, if I write, I can access the cookies from both sides actually. Okay, but the best one is to do, okay, let's say this one I will check a later next time, but let me check this one first. So if I go here and stop it everything and just run this again. Okay, and let me go into API and add cookie check. Okay, is cookies check. This one is like this, and slash API slash auth slash cookies check. So just to see, our header is going to contain there's three cookies. We have access token, so whenever we send the request now, all of them is going to take the cookies. So let's see what will happen. So I don't see the cookie here. Okay, so there is a mistake in my API. Yes, this one. S- Okay, so you can see we have a cookies here. And from that cookies, this one is an array, so I can actually get access token out of it, and a token type, so I can easily actually take their values. So we are in a loop. I need to make sure we get out of it. Let me just delete this one, and we can write get access token, something like that. I think this should work. And return, sorry, response dot send 200, something like that. If everything is fine, let me close this one a little bit, run this again, and go into Postman and check it again. Okay, so get not is function. So how can I access the value? So token. Okay, so we can access that value by just like dot access token, something like that. You can also do that. But I don't know why that one's wasn't working. But I think the get mostly work on the form type. That is why. Okay, let me check again. Okay, so we got the something, and we also got the token as well. So this is how we pass the token. This is how we send the token. I think you guys must have understood all this. After this, I don't think you guys going to have any complaint how to handle the cookies. Okay, so so we understood how to see the cookies in a Postman as well. So you can see also here, when we are sending any kind of a request, for example this one is the last request, we are also sending the cookies with it. Okay, so just to pass this thing, we need to require a cookie parser for it. Okay, we are done with this, and this is where I'm going to end our video. Bye guys.